Welcome to Comic Construction. Let's check out the build, art, and story of Neighborhood Craftsmen, stories from Kanda's Gokura-chou, Volume 1 by Akihito Sakaue, published by Yen Press. This is a standard manga-sized hardcover at 6 by 8.5 inches and has 224 pages. The dust jacket is printed for color, and there does seem to be a little bit of a coating on it. And then the actual book is just plain navy blue. It isn't quite a buckram, it's just kind of a standard board. It doesn't really feel like an old library book or anything like that. Now, the binding is kind of confusing. It looks to be glued, but it's hard to tell. There is a head ribbon and there's very little glue on it. So there's a possibility that that flexibility will help with the durability, but I'm not sure. There's about as much glue on here as you would see in a Marvel Omnibus. And so the Marvel Omnibus is sewn binding, but they take that sewn section and glue it to the head ribbon. The head ribbon is really just there for to look nice, really. So that doesn't really affect anything. So if that glue starts to come undone, you'll see that the ribbon will separate, but it doesn't affect the integrity of the book. So there's a possibility that this could be oversewn, which means that they would have sewn through the spine. But in order to verify that, I would have to destroy the book, and I'm not really about to do that. So because of that, I'm going to assume that this book is glued. And the interior stock is a matte sheet, similar to the paper used in most manga volumes. So this is not like a deluxe paper like you would get in a Dark Horse Deluxe. It isn't that really thick matte. This is kind of a standard matte. It's probably about the same or maybe a tad bit thicker than what you would get in like a Shonen Jump volume. It does feel a little bit nicer than that, but not a whole lot. Sakaue's art is fantastic. It is somewhat realistic, but very expressive and has a clean look that I find very pleasing. The action, which is mostly the creation of various items, is very clear and interestingly rendered. Sakaue places extra emphasis on the extremities of the craftspeople, which is very fitting as these are the most important and expressive parts of their bodies. So like their hands, sometimes their feet, if they're using their feet when they're working, will be a little bit larger, really kind of making it look more expressive. Neighborhood Craftsmen is a series of short stories that follow specific craftspeople and their work, all in Edo, Japan. There are chapters about a cooper who makes buckets, a fabric dyer, tatami stitchers, a swordsmith, and a group of plasterers. There is drama, mostly in the mind of the craftspeople and their struggle to create something great. There is a universality to many of these tales that transcend the story focus. If you've created any sort of art or craft, you'll understand where these people are coming from. If you have a passion for craft or art, you will find compelling stories throughout this book. These stories are really made for you. As a designer and someone who does create art on the side, I found this very riveting. Thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share with a friend.